Hello, welcome to the artclasses.com. Today I'm going to show you how to draw a basic proportion of the face. So basically I did a bunch of portrait tutorial for a long time on YouTube. This one is basically going to be a very how to measure what is the easiest way to measure the face and to carve that out to make it to be as realistic as possible, even though you have reference or you don't, but it would be used as a measurement if you have a reference also. It could be useful, and how to turn the face side to side, and just overall basic stuff to get you started to draw a realistic portrait effectively. Anyways, alright, let's get started. So this is going to be a very basic proportion of the face. In this video number 1 or lesson 1, I'm just going to do the front view. It might get a little refocus here. So basically you want to start off with the circle first. It's getting a little blurred, sorry. It will go away pretty soon. And then I draw 2 lines from each side of the face that come in off to make it look like an egg. But basically the reason I draw the circle first, so that I can have the measurement of splitting the circle in half, so I have an eye line over there, which you'll see later. And that will be a female face if you have like a pointy end, and you can make a square jaw as a guy face if you're doing a little bigger for the jaw. And then I split the face in half. And the reason I draw many lines at a time, because a lot of you were complaining in my earlier video on portrait drawing that it's hard to see, so I have to draw a darker line. And the reason I draw the square part of the face, I mean the rectangle, so that you will be able to imagine the front view of the face becoming just a plane or a panel, as I will show you later on in the video what panel is good for. And now I have half of the circular shape that I make, that line cut in half, I make the eye line, and then halfway in, and then halfway in between this line that cut the circle basically in half, from here to there, halfway in between will be the nose to the chin. This part and this part is supposed to be equal, and this is a little off circle, but it's supposed to be halfway off the circle to halfway over here, so that's a little off. But most of the time you have to like cut the circle in half, and then halfway from there to there. And then the lips is halfway from the tip of the nose to the chin. So that's basically the front view. And now I'm drawing a rectangle in the front, and the rectangle in the front, and then you have like the middle spot, so that when you make a facial turn the certain way, you will know that that would help you imagine, instead of, it's easier for you to imagine a face in a cube when you turn it around rather than a sphere or an egg, because then you know which point of the direction of the face go. Like I will show you like on the next one that I will draw a 3/4 face. So just imagine that plane or the front panel turn sideways just slightly, a little bit, and then see from that middle the cross section over there, I turn it onto which I start basically the same circle, and then I just turn this cross onto the side. And now if you imagine that the plane turned into perspective, like that, then you're gonna have the front of the face. So now you have 3/4 view. You understand? If you have any question, post it downstairs, down at the comment below, and I will get right to you. And I will also have the link around here somewhere to pause through the whole process of the drawing the face from front view, 3/4 view, and side view, the whole video. In this video is just going to be only the proportion that I will show you. I'll try to get you to understand the proportion of the face, and this is not by any means the the perfect proportion. It's just to get you started, because sometimes a lot of people have hard time measure where to, and this is the perfect way to start. It's not always gonna be like this. Some people have longer nose, some people their lips are closer to their the tip of the nose, and some people their eyes are closer together. And again, one thing I want to mention too is that the eyes, in between the eyes, if it's in the front, it should be about one distance of another eye. Just imagine the third eye in there, and that should be the distance between two eyes. And this is same thing to the side. When you measure vertically, the nose from half, and in this one you can see like I basically cut it in half rather than this one. This one's a little off. It should be a little higher, but I did it pretty quick. So now you have the 3/4 view, and then add hair and everything. So it is a basic proportion of the face that I show you, and I'm going to show you a little more trick. So this apply to most face, if you notice, and remember in this one, the distance from here, which is a circle basically. Let me go back. A distance from here, the eyes to from the top, it should be like half of the circle, top end of the circle, and the bottom end of the circle. So this one should equal this one from there. And then when you draw the face down here, if it was a guy, you can have a little bit more chin, and then basically from the bottom of the chin and halfway in between usually is equal to the top part. So basically you can divide it into 3 parts most likely, but that would be a circle, and then down there will be another one. So it will be the whole face will be like, you can divide it into 3 equal measurement block, and from the last part you can have the mouth, and mouth will be like halfway from the tip of the nose to the bottom of the chin, and same goes to the side. So there'll be 1, 2, 3. That'll be kind of easy measurement for the face, but you start off with a circle, and then whatever half size of the circle is, add onto there, and then it will be that. And that's another additional information here. Same like if you draw a circle here, it will be, sometimes it's getting a little bigger, and the area to the chin is not as long as before. And then halfway, you got this line halfway first, and the first line will be the first that cut half the shadow, and then you have the bottom line that you can re-establish, like the eye that you can draw on, and then the nose is halfway in between that. When you go to the side, it might the proportion from the bottom of the chin and the bottom of the circle are kind of varies. So, but it's like same here. You see this line that cut across on top of the circle, in the middle of the circle. It will be on top of the eyelid, or that area will be around your eyebrows. But the eyebrows could be a little bit higher or lower, depends on the person. So that's the first line coming. Just ignore the second line. The second line is like where you trying to measure where the bottom part of your eyelid is, and then measure from this part to the bottom of the chin, halfway will be your nose. That will be like example. So, and yep, that's the one I did earlier. And if you want to compare that to the other one, it might be close, I'm not sure, but yeah, the face basically similar in the measurement, but the plane has to change, and the eyes and all those details. So in this one, same thing. You see the measurement from the top of the head to the bottom of the thing, the circle, and you can establish the top eyelid and then bottom eyelid. But then you're gonna have to change the plane of the face, because this one is coming, it's showing a little better, and that's your square, I mean your cube. So imagine this as a whole plane of the face, and yeah, so that's the whole front plane of the face. And then you got the side, and then, but I'll explain that more in part 3, which I will explain the plane of the face and how you would draw it without the reference, and how to make it so that it doesn't so you can draw it from imagination and you don't have to use a reference. But for the most part, it's if for your practice purpose, you're gonna have to use a lot of reference. And I also draw from reference, and that's okay. You can practice without, it doesn't matter. And what I recommend that the best is probably go live drawing, and then you probably get more familiar with the light, how the light reacted to the face, and all those things. All right. Thanks for watching the drawing face chapter part 1. Lesson 1 on the basic proportion. In part 2, which is the next part, I'll have it here soon. I'll show you how to draw a face in a different direction. I'll show you how to use that planner, or that plane that I show you with the cross in the middle, to change the direction of the face. And you can draw a face up, face down, face sideways, anything you want. But most importantly, measure proportion and know perspective. Alright, thanks for watching the video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.